Hey there guys, Leslie Diane, I hope you're doing well. This is continuing on with our look at easing into playing with open D tuning, okay? Most of us learn to play in standard tuning, which is E, A, D, G, B, E. Nothing wrong with that. It's the way I learned, it's the way almost everybody learns, but I've taught for a long time, and now I am looking for ways to make things as easy and as gentle as I can so that people will stay with it and, not just give up unnecessarily. So we're looking at doing that. Let me just play for you kind of where we're headed, okay? And then we'll break down the left hand. There's a couple of videos in this playlist that I did looking at the picking techniques for the right hand, okay? So, but let me just play kind of where we're headed, and we're going to look at the left hand this time, okay? Okay, did you notice you only had to use one finger to get those sounds? See what I'm talking about? If you were playing these down here, you'd be playing a D chord this way. You would be playing a G chord here. You'd be playing an A chord here. Right off the bat, you've got 3 shapes to learn. Boom, boom, boom. Then you've got 3 shapes to actually get so that you can make them. Not easy. Boom, 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 boom is not how you play these when you're first learning them. It's like one finger at a time, painstakingly. If you've played this way, you know what I mean. It's fine. It's the way I learned how to play and everything. But it doesn't have to be that hard to start with. Why do all the hard things first? Why not make life easy? Why not enjoy yourself on the guitar? So, end of rant. So, here we go. We're going to look at this. This is one shape. All it is your finger probably up to about the joint here. You have a little indentation here. Okay. We're going to cover 2 strings at first. When we get to 3, you might or might not hit this indentation. Just tweak it. Move things around. Move things around to find the sweet spot that works for your own fingers. But let's start here. Being in open D tuning, you get a freebie right off the bat, which is always nice, right? You get an open D chord, open D major here. So there you go. There's your first chord out of 3 chords that we're looking at. Now, let's start out easier. Let's start out instead of with 3 strings, let's start out with just 2. Okay? Now, we're just going to try to get clean sound out of these 2 notes. That's all we're doing. We're not focusing on the picking hand now. We're shifting our focus. By the way, my hand is up here just so you can see it in the shot. This is not recommending for you to do this. No, do not. Have you got your guitar in your hand? Are you doing this with me? I didn't ask you to, but I'm asking you now. So, notice I'm not going straight across. I'm not turning my finger into another fret. I'm kind of angling it a little bit. And this is something where you can tweak that as you go along and see what works for you. Notice that my finger here is right behind the fret at that contact point. Tip of the kind of toward the tip of the finger, right behind the fret on the B string. And again, I'm referring to the string names as if we were in standard tuning, just because people are more familiar with that. I want to avoid confusion. Are you getting clean sound from those 2 notes? If not, maybe you're getting this. Did you notice what happened when the sound fell apart? I wasn't up here. I was back here. You can get clean sound back here, but you have to fight for it. You have to press harder. I don't like making things harder. I like making things easier, so. Do an experiment. You can do this on just one note. Get right behind the fret. And then without increasing the pressure, just move back. And you'll see that you have to press harder back here. And that's the only little experiment you need to do to realize that when it's possible to get right behind the fret, do it. And sometimes you won't be able to. Sometimes you can. Here I have sort of a mixed bag. This part of my finger is right behind the fret, and I want this little diagonal. It works better for me that way. You can do this. I'm just thinking ahead to other things later. I don't want to give a lengthy explanation. So, and then this part of my finger, it falls in the middle, which still will give me clear sound. Watch what happens if this part of my finger starts further back. It falls apart. Get behind the fret here, and then this contact point will be sort of toward the middle, and you really have a space from about the middle of the fret space to right behind the fret where you should be okay. You really should be okay there. Drift back much further than that, you still can get it, but you'll have to fight. Who wants to do that? Okay, so anyway, this is the shape we're working with, and it only occurs here in this example that we're doing. It occurs in two places. It occurs at the 5th fret and the 7th fret. You can do a little pinch where you're plucking both notes together. You can do a little slide. That's not easy on the fingers if you're not used to doing it, but I just wanted to toss that in so you can see you don't have to be all busy down here with your left hand stuff. A lot of music is made with the right hand, and that tends to get overlooked because people are so busy struggling down here at the hardest part of the guitar where the frets are miles apart, instead of up here where they start to become closer together. And then look, when you get further up, you're not making those massive stretches, right? Why do we do everything hard? Doesn't make sense. So anyway, here we go. Try this again with 2 strings. Go up here, and remember, shoot for right behind the fret with this part of your finger. And then this part of your finger will land somewhere in the middle of that fret space, and you should be able to get some clear sound. Try it out. Now, these are the things that might interfere with you having success with this, right? One is, you already know, are you too far back? Easy fix, move up right behind the fret. The other thing is less easy if you were brand new to guitar, and this is what happens to a lot of people that derails them, is it's just a simple reality that life on the guitar starts with an ouch phase, okay? It's on you whether that ouch phase ends after 2 or 3 weeks or gets prolonged, and if it gets prolonged, chances are you'll quit. Don't do that. Don't quit. Get past that ouchy fingertips stage. Now, I like to ease people into that because I want to give everybody the best chance that they can of getting it, of staying with it and loving guitar and having a wonderful time playing music, right? So there are ways to do that, but you are going to have, it's not going to be all, I mean, we're not born putting our tender fingertips against steel strings. So anyway, you have to get used to that. So if it's not that you're here, back here, if you're up here and it's not sounding clear like this, probably you're not pressing hard enough, and you're not pressing hard enough because, ow, it kind of hurts. Sometimes it might hurt less if you're on an electric guitar. It's more comfortable most of the time. If you're on nylon strings, nylon's not as ouchy as, you know, steel strings. However, you know, usually you're having a little bit of a ouch thing. At least using this method, though, you're not getting all of your fingertips ouchy at once. Teachers do this. I've done this a lot just to get people's fingers coordinated and stuff, and to get them doing the stuff that'll toughen up their fingertips. But you know, that's kind of a not real pleasant introduction to guitar. It doesn't sound particularly good. Not everything has to sound good right away, but it helps if it does. And this does. This sounds good. Now move it up from the 5th fret to the 7th fret. And then those. Now, you know what I think I'll do? I'm gonna put the 3-string version of this in the next video. I don't want this video to become too long. It's long enough already. So anyway, this is it for this video, and go back if you want to through the playlist and check out the previous things where we were working with the right hand techniques and stuff. And like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear your comments about this and your struggles in standard tuning, or what you think of this different way of approaching guitar. And if you'd like to have notifications, just hit the bell. And I'm so glad you checked it out. Take care. Enjoy your day.